Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort Marina, Lake Taneycoma. We're going to do one cast in Jackson. We are on the lake at our new pontoon, and we're just above the dock, quite a ways, about 400 or 500 yards. You can see the dredge down here, and we've dropped an anchor over close to the bank. It's not real fast over here. You can see the bank there. Not too far at all from the bank, but there is pretty good current right here, enough to do what I want to do. I've got 2 pound on this one just because I do, and a number 10 hook and a minnow and a little split shot. It's real small, about a 3/0 split shot. Throw it behind the dock, or behind the boat. On this one I got 4 pound, same size split shot. No, I'm sorry, it's a little bit bigger. That one's a 3/0. This is a 7/0. Oh my gosh! I've had this minnow out. You can see it's been chewed up. Hadn't been watching. Well, the wind's out of the north, but it kind of northwest, but it keeps whipping around and blowing me like it's out of the south, and it blew me downstream here a minute ago. So I had to reset my anchors, but I just caught a real nice rainbow. Second ago. Let's see if I can get it out. Now, I've been out here for about an hour and a half, and I've tried different spots. I've tried 2 or 3 spots between here and the dredge, a little bit below the dredge. I went down below Cooper Creek, and the wind was way too tough down there. So I came back up here. I'm getting a bite here on this. I got the rainbow in there. For the most part, these are pretty much stockers that I've been catching. I've only caught, this is the fourth rainbow I've caught. But I've gone through probably 12.5 minnows. So I'm getting a lot of bites, but I'm not hooking a whole lot. So I've got this little rainbow. They tend not to swallow it. The one I caught yesterday on camera, he swallowed it, but everything else today has been hooked in the outer lip. Okay, see if I can get this rainbow out of here and let you look at it. It's real pretty. Come on. You gotta behave or I'm don't want to drop you. Please. Yeah. He's about 17 inches, probably. Really pretty colors. Put him back in there. Of course, I didn't have the cameras rolling when I caught him. He put up quite a fight. But fishing yesterday and this morning was tough. It was windy again this morning, and actually spitting rain and snow and sleet and everything else. We told some guys to go and do this, kind of anchor and use minnows, and I don't think they did very good. I don't know. Ryan wasn't sure. It takes a little bit getting used to, and you do get a lot of bites. It seemed like they were hitting it just sitting there, but It's better if you had your rod in your hand and you're kind of playing with it a little bit and moving that minnow around. It tends to you get bit a little bit quicker if you're moving that minnow. But the whole idea is not to sink it to the bottom, not to put enough weight on to where it's just laying on the bottom, because your minnow is not up in the current looking like it's a live minnow. And you want enough weight to get it down, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 feet. The current will keep it up off the bottom. And you can even change where your rod is. If you move your rod tip out here, it's a lot faster water here than right here. And if you're not getting bit, then move. You know, move to a different spot. Move out a little bit. Find out where those fish are holding, or what kind of current, what position your boat is in to give you the best bite. Now, if the wind wasn't blowing as hard as it is, it's kind of blowing over the top of me. I can hear it up on the bluff. I can hear it coming over the trees. I'd almost be tempted to go over on the bluff side and anchor in some of those eddies, but it's bad enough when you break away from your anchor here, or it pushes you with your anchors out here. I can recover pretty easy, but if you're over there against the bluff with all the trees and stuff hanging over, you kind of get tangled up with them and you got a mess. So but anyhow, it's supposed to be cold again tonight, but then up in the high 60s tomorrow, and the outlook is good. It's 60s and 50s and 70s, and not real cold at night. Hopefully this wind's going to lie down. It's gusting up 20-25 miles an hour, so it's been tough. Tough fishing conditions. I really hate it for the guys and gals that come down on weekends and have to fish in those kind of conditions. It is not easy. But I was playing around a little bit with hooking these minnows in different positions in different spots. Usually I just go up through the bottom lip through the top lip. But like I said, I'd lost about a dozen minnows without catching a fish. So I started going through the eyes, both eyes. Sounds terrible, but doesn't kill them. Well, the fish, when it eats the minnow, it kills it. And that really wasn't working, so I started hooking it in the back. You hook it towards the top, right behind the head, and that way when the minnow, or when the fish comes up to eat the minnow, he's more apt to get the hook. The only thing is, I was worried about the action of the minnow would be kind of working sideways in the current and not really looking like a minnow that's swimming up. And didn't make any difference. I actually caught 2 fish after I started hooking them that way. I guess they liked it. So, but that's kind of what I'm trying some different things, trying to figure out a way for our guests to come out and catch fish in these real rough conditions. You know, we tried a little bit when they were running 4 units or 15,000 CFS last week or week before, and it works, but you know, it just takes a little bit of patience and kind of knowing where to position the boat and what kind of current. And so hopefully this will help somebody, maybe coming this week. We'll see. As far as the count, I'm not going to count anything. Count it as a miss. I'm not really casting. So that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, I came up with an idea for one cast. Didn't really seem like a one cast. I've tied on, it's a 16th ounce sculpin and ginger jig with a green head, 2-pound line. And I'm going to go ahead and cast at least once off the back of the boat and kind of work this area back here by the heron. I did this earlier when I started and caught a fish down further, a couple of 100 yards. So I know there's a possibility of catching a fish, it's just not futile. I'm tempted to throw off this direction, but the water's just a little bit too fast with this size of a jig, so I'm going to go ahead and try it. So this will be the official one cast for today. There's a tree right there that heron's on. I'm throwing just this side of that tree. Looks like it kind of drops off. There's kind of dark water there. I can't see the bottom. Now this is where I've been fishing a minnow for the last 30 minutes or so and have not gotten a bite. Oh, I'm getting a bite on my minnow though. And think about this. Come on. Just don't drag my rod in the water. I think he probably got my minnow. Okay, no fish on one cast. I'm going to do it one more time on this side. My rod is not, the minnow, I'm not getting a bite on the minnow anymore. He probably got the minnow. I want to get tangled up with that rod. Well, at least I had an official one cast and got to see me catch a fish. You saw a nice fish, so thanks for watching. Again, we will see you tomorrow.